I'm that woman who wants to know answers to questions before the questions have even been asked. Ask my husband. He thinks I know everything. Not really. Our dear friends Neil and Jennifer, they invited us to participate in the Right Lead Youth Leadership Institute in Durban, South Africa. And my first thought was, finally, I'm headed to Africa. But next, my mind was hit with a series, a barrage of questions. Growing up, I listened very carefully to the stories my mother told me of segregation right here at home. So the prospect of visiting South Africa, well, I wondered about the residue of apartheid. See, this program, it isn't just South Africans and Americans coming together. It's a cross-cultural exchange for the young people of Durban, kids from Zwelabanzi High School and Shea High School. For the first time, a generation comes together to build nation. I wondered, would my first experience in the motherland be affected by racism in ways that I didn't understand? There's this word, it's Ubuntu. It means I am because you are. I am because all of you are. Dr. King might have put it like this: our lives are inextricably bound. I understood the translation, but I wasn't quite sure that I fully understood its meaning. I wondered if I could learn. And then there was this one, last, very pressing, extremely important question. It was, what am I going to do with my hair when I'm in Africa for the first time? And I'm serious. My hair is important to me. It's wrapped up in my cultural heritage, who I am. I tell you, you got to know. So I knew the answer to this question, though. I headed to the Dayton Mall, to the Body by Shea kiosk, and I purchased pure, raw, African shea butter. It's the gold standard of Black natural hair care. See, I keep my hair natural so as not to deviate too far from the master work the Creator has given me. So I packed my tub of shea butter and I head to Africa. Across 10,000 miles, 2 continents, 1 great ocean, and 24 hours on airplanes. Finally, I'm here. I'm in Africa. And my hair was dried out because the TSA had taken my tub of pure raw African shea butter. No worries, I'm in Africa. I can find it everywhere, right? So before I get some sleep, before I shower, before I eat, before I explore, before I do anything, I say, dear Neil, Jennifer, please take me someplace so I can get some pure, raw African shea butter. They take me to a mall that looks just like the Dayton Mall. We walk into a store that looks like Bath and Body Works. And I say, excuse me, miss, may I please find some pure, raw African shea butter? And she doesn't know what I'm talking about. In fact, no store in the mall had it, and not one South African I met that day had a clue of what I was talking about. I thought to myself, well, maybe, okay, the people I've met today, they are fairer-skinned, straighter-haired African people. Maybe that's why. I'll find it. A day passes. We meet the beautiful kids of Zwelabanzi High School. They sing wonderfully. They are sharp. These kids, I like them. And in the back of my mind is what? You got it, shea butter. Another day passes. We go to Shea High School. The kids are a little quiet when I first meet them, but I can tell they are going to be firecrackers. I like them already. What's in the back of my mind? Shea butter. Days pass. We're all in the classroom together. Angelina, she sprawls out on the floor and writes composition books full of poetry. She only shares a few words with us. Spilele, well, she smiles when she writes poetry, and when she speaks, something sassy always comes out. There's Clacanipo. I call him Mr. President because he writes with the authority of a preacher. But he's just a little boy who loves hugs and kindness and respect. And then there's sweet, sweet Malachi. Well, he didn't want to write poetry. He had been conscripted into my group. He really wanted to be in the music and visual arts program. We were learning each other, all of us together learning each other. And I was stuck on shea butter. It had been the only answer I had, the only answer I could rely on. One day, we go to another mall, and I noticed that the people at this mall look a little more like me, maybe darker skinned, more tightly coiled hair. I'm hopeful. I'm thinking it's gotta be here. So while Neil, Jennifer, and our whole crew, they're dining and fellowshipping together, I make Scott come with me to the beauty supply shop. I go straight to the hair care aisle, and I can see everything that you could find right here on Salem Avenue at Hair Gold Beauty Supply. Except for pure raw African shea butter. I gave up. I bought some Ultra Sheen. We left. There's this funny thing that happens when you let something go. Maybe a good idea might enter. I remembered that African shea butter originates in the savannas and forest lands of West Africa. I was in South Africa. Shea butter epiphany number 1. If Africa is the hand, I have only experienced the tip of a fingernail. How dare I try to reduce her to my thimble full of knowledge? Shea butter epiphany number 2. Questions, sometimes, many times, they only lead to more questions. I don't like that one. Shea butter epiphany number 3. That wasn't part of the plan, Scott. Shea butter epiphany number 3. If I don't really fully understand Africa, can I ever fully understand myself, understand my people? This story, it has no conclusion. I just have more questions. Maybe a few more epiphanies might come, but we must leave you. So we'll leave you with this. Ubuntu. I am because you are. Ubuntu. We are because you are. Ubuntu. Evan, Aurora. We are because you are. Ubuntu. Neil, Jennifer, Clacanipo, Malachi, Shade, Bongiwe, Dawn, Delhi, Nonshanshla, Mr. Padayachi. We are because you are.